I just got this Camelbak Ambush hydration pack as a lightweight backpack slash hydration for running, hunting, and then also to strap to armor, and I figured it would fit all those bills. For the hunting aspect of it, I think it may be a little bit too light in color, so I'm going to put some RIT dye for synthetic on it and dye it up a little bit. But it did come with the Omega bladder, which is not the newest bladder, the newest one. Anyway, so I really like this because it has the option for storage, and so behind here I could put maybe a small jacket or something like that, but underneath here is the bladder, so you could put something here, but you're not going to want to put, you know, anything real small or anything that could fall out. It's only held in by this. You know, you can see from the side. Now, it does zip down the sides, but it's still open under here. The main storage up top. Yeah. The top storage is up top, and it is the full length. So you've got a pretty good amount of space. My phone will fit in there. Yeah, pretty good storage up top. Down bottom. Zippered pouch here that runs the full length, and then two mesh pockets here, and then a key keeper, which I really like because I'm going to clip my keys, put them down in here, and this little pouch will keep them from jingling around.
You open that door?
And then some Molle or Pals webbing on the front, and then a little pouch on the back where these straps can be tucked in, and then yeah, that's good. So this is the hose, and it was bent the way the manufacturer had it. Right here, there's a kink, so I don't know if it's going to be a problem. If so, I'll have to cut that off and lose that much. But this is a neoprene, and rather than dunking this in the RIT dye, I'm just going to spray paint it to give it a little bit of camouflage, because it does kind of stand out. So it's already got a good base coat, and I'm just going to touch it up with these. So. Little makeshift camo job on this. I'm going to use RIT dye brown on the remainder, and this is going to be using RIT dye for synthetic fabrics on the remaining on this. Okay, so while my water's in there boiling, I wanted to make this important distinction. So first off, I don't know if you can see that, both of these are brown RIT dye. One is for synthetic. The other is all-purpose dye, and cotton, wool, nylon, more. So they both say nylon, which Cordura is nylon, but this one is going to be the best option, and that's the one I'm going to use. You could probably use this, but I'm going to use the one that is designed for synthetics, and just figured I'd make that distinction. Reading the directions, it does say to put them to bring water just below boiling, and add the dye, and for every pound of dry fabric you're adding half a bottle of dye. So that's quite a bit of you know, of dye, because I've got about half a bottle left, I guess. This is what I used to dye my aider, which was made out of that synthetic bull line, and it worked well, but I did it on the stove. This I'm not doing on the stove, I'm doing this in a bucket. It actually says to dye it on the stove and keep the temperature just below boiling for about 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do instead, so I don't make a mess in the house, is I am bringing the water up to boiling. I'm going to bring it out here, put it in this bucket, and I'm gonna put my, once I put my dye in there, I'll put my bag in, and then I will stir it, and will continuously stir it. See, I've added boiling water to this, added my dye, which I did about half what was left, about a quarter of a bottle. I'm about to add my garment, or my bag, I keep saying garment. And supposedly nylon dries faster. I don't have quite enough water in here. I think this will actually be good. No. That's gonna dye it pretty thick. I can already tell it's gonna dye it pretty good. I really want it to just blend in with a tree. It's always going to look darker when it's in the bath, the dye bath. So just stay with us. Okay, this is what it looks like coming out. I'm just letting it drain some. I've only had it in here about not even 2 minutes. Obviously it's going to be a little bit lighter than that, but that's what I'm going for. A darker color like that, you know, to blend into the tree better. I'll let this continue draining. This is why I didn't want it in the house. I've actually got one more piece of desert camo gear that I'm going to do once this is done. It's draining. It's a canteen deal. So I'm just going to set this off in the grass here. I'll go grab my other piece. I'll be right back. My canteen pouch here. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Here this is coming out. You can see that the webbing is not as dark. I don't know if it's a different material or what. That's super dark on the webbing there. So we'll see how this comes out when it's dry. And yeah, we'll be back. An additional step that it calls for is to rinse with cold water. I'll go ahead and do that now.